Hello everyone, and welcome to the channel. Today I will be ranking every castle in New Super Mario Bros. Wii from worst to best. Keep in mind that this only includes the castles, not the towers. I will be ranking each castle by what new aspects it introduces and how it uses them effectively. I will not be including bosses as a reason I like the stage. I mainly will be focused on the stage itself. But without further ado, here is the castles from New Super Mario Bros. Wii, ranked from worst to best. Number 8. World 2's Castle. World 2 has the worst castle in my opinion. That doesn't mean it's a bad level, it just means it's the worst castle level out of the lot. World 2's castle is an auto-scroller. This makes the level feel very slow and not very enjoyable. The level is split into 3 sections, each with a different challenge and layout. The first section has a few jumps and some lava bubbles. It's a pretty basic area, but a good way to introduce the player to auto-scrolling. The second section brings you to a place with a few piranha plants. And that's about it. The third and final section is when things get interesting. There is a P-switch that turns all coins into blocks, and all blocks into coins. This part is cool, because you have to use the P-switch to move on to the boss. This level is okay, but there is one major flaw with it. How you go from area to area is really what brings this level down. You have to make a blind guess between 3 different paths. 2 of them will take you back to the beginning of the section. The third one takes you to the next section. There is no way to tell which path to take in the first 2 sections. The third one gives you a hint, but other than that, it's basically a guessing game. That's why it's number 8 on my list. Number 7. World 1's Castle. This level is a very good introduction for the other plethora of castles in the game. This level focuses mainly on giant spinning cogs for its platforming. They spin slowly clockwise or counterclockwise, and you jump from cog to cog while avoiding dry bones, and from being pushed into the lava. After a little while, you're introduced to the thwomps. The thwomps make an excellent addition to this level, making the pretty basic platforming a little more challenging. This castle is honestly just a fun and perfect way to introduce the castles. The only problem with this level though is that I wish they expanded and added even more cool and creative ways to use the cogs, but they kept it pretty simple. This is the first castle though, so I know why they kept it pretty basic. But that's why it's number 7 on my list. Number 6. World 4's Castle. This level is a really intriguing level, mainly because most of the platforming uses these chain link fences you can climb on. If you slap certain fences, you will go into the background. I really like this thing. There are also massive skewers throughout the level. They act as the main danger of the level. They start out short, but they later extend very quickly until they hit a wall or another skewer. Skewers are a very good aspect to this level. They make your adrenaline start to go later in the level once they start to be in more dangerous locations. There's also a water section in this level. This water section contains fish bones and is a pretty good section. Probably the weakest part of the level. At the final part of the level, you have to jump on these platforms that are right above a very dangerous skewer. These platforms are far apart from each other, and you have to run to each platform or else you will die to the skewer. One gripe I have with this level is that it doesn't really use the flipping from foreground and background to its full potential. But that's why it's number 6 on my list. Number 5. World 6's castle. This castle starts off very basic. It's just a few swinging platforms going back and forth. This castle really starts to heat up when you're given a warm welcome to some spiked balls. They go back and forth with the swings, but even with the spiked balls, this seems like a pretty generic castle. Once you get to the second half of the level, it heats up real quick. There are dozens of spiked balls that get loose every once in a while. This is while you're jumping on this small moving platform. You don't have much room to work with. It gets even more spicy when the swinging platforms get reintroduced. Swinging platforms plus the dozens of spike balls makes this castle extremely fun and challenging. Starting mediocre and becoming number 5. Number 4. World 5's castle. This part of the list is where the levels go from really good to truly excellent. World 5's castle has a giant chain link fence going in a big circle, all while lava. Number 3. Also coming right at you. This level also brings back the square fences from the World 4's castle, but this time you're moving up and down, in and out of the lava. This part is quite challenging. Then you add Iggy's magic to it, and it becomes even harder. The next part adds massive blocks on the spinning fences, making it harder to maneuver around them. This is a very special level with its design and how it uses past and new elements in fun and clever ways. That's why this level is number 4 on my list. Number 3. World 8's castle. This castle is a true challenge, what you would expect for a final level. There are lots and lots of lava bubbles and massive fire bars that spin in circles quickly, trying to sear your face off. The platforming here is tight and very nerve-wracking. You never really feel safe from the fire bar. Later in the level, they add some lava platforms. They start to fall into the lava when you step on them. It makes it where you can't even rest even if you want to, making you stay on your toes. This section is followed with an auto-scroll section. Unlike World 2's auto-scroll, this one is much better. You jump from lava platform to lava platform, hoping you don't fall into the lava below. This castle has a great balance of difficulty and fun. That's why it's number 3 on my list. Number 2. World 3's castle. This castle is where the difficulty spikes from easy levels to the not so easy. This is also an excellent way to do so. Introducing the snake block. This contraption moves quickly in random directions, making it hard to predict. It goes pretty fast, so for all of the beginner players that haven't learned how to run yet, this level teaches them how. This level starts off by introducing the donut block. This tasty sounding block will fall if you stand on it for too long. The snake block follows afterward. This makes you have to react fast to the oncoming obstacles, or else you will fall to your demise. Later into the level, bouncy balls will come, trying to push you off the snake block. This part adds a good challenge. Then they introduce you to bob bombs. You use the bombs to blow up the ice, keeping you from getting onto the last snake block. This snake block weaves back and forth and all around, and it is really fast. This castle is a perfect transition in difficulty and makes you have a jolly good time while doing so. This is why it's number 2 on my list. Number 1. 7's castle. This castle is just chaos. It takes World 4's castle and quadruples the number of skewers. This level also has a giant skewer as well as a small one. This level is very fast and very nerve-wracking. The speed that the skewers come at you is so fast, you'll have to be a master to beat this level without taking damage. This level uses the skewer to its full potential and nails it all the way through. At one point, the entire screen gets filled with them, and you can only dodge them by crouching. This level is just absolute chaos with how those skewers are used. This makes this level an absolute thrill. That's why this is the best castle level in New Super Mario Bros. Wii. I hope all of you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe, and I'll see you next time.